Just like that, it's Thursday night. You know what that means? It's party time with the Video Bros. I'm Bobby Munson. The man beside me, the man with the angelic voice, he is Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes, how are you doing, brother?
Well, yeah, Munson, I'm doing great. It's Thursday night. I'm here with you online doing Ring Respect Radio. Life couldn't be better.
It's going to be a fantastic time. I can guarantee you that, Pop Smokes. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. We're going to give it a few minutes before we kind of get into our first idea of the night, the one that we teased that this is going to be a bit of a something different, but it's something new that we're going to test here with you guys, so it's going to be creative. But I kind of want to let everybody get in the chat here first and have that opportunity to kind of get settled before we get started on it, because it is going to be a lot of fun, Papa Smokes. But in general, outside of the fact that we're going to watch a little MLW tonight, anything caught your interest in the world of professional wrestling this week?
Yeah, a few things. I've started watching Collision now, if you could believe that, an AEW show. I wanted to check it out. I watched the first 2 episodes. Not too bad, man. I actually like it, and it rings well with me. An old school, crusty old bastard of a wrestling fan. They actually have a professional wrestling show on here with very minimal gobbledygook and other nonsense like there is on the Wednesday night show. Not too bad, man. Giving it tentatively 2 thumbs up for now.
It's off to a not bad start. And in all honesty, even though there was a little bit of gobbledygook on the Forbidden Door pay-per-view on Sunday, it wasn't bad at all. It was actually a pretty solid card throughout the entire night with some very memorable matchups. So, I mean, kudos has got to go off to AEW for upping their game as of late. But Papa Smokes, this is the fun part of our show. We get to say hello to friends. We love friends in the chat. We're talking about the third video bro himself right there. There he is, Basser. You know, we were talking about you last week, talking about you kicking ass and taking names down at ringside for Prairie Pro Wrestling, my friend, getting your opportunity as the new cameraman there. What a great time it was. And then, of course, it just isn't a party on Thursday night if we don't have our good friend Brian Carter up in the house saying hello to the video bros. Parrish wants to get the trend going. Crusty old man. Hashtag crusty old man with the association right there to Papa Smokes. And of course, the voice himself, JJ, Josh Joseph. What's up, boys? Papa Smokes liking Collision. I'm stoked. Hey, I never thought I'd see the day that they were able to pull off what they meant to do in the first place, and that's make a wrestling program for people that don't want the WWE type style. And that's exactly what they've given us so far. Collision has been solid in the video bros approval on Collision. So we got Mel Ball coming in. Mel, fantastic to see you, gentlemen. She says, again, if you want to go check out some thoughts on everything AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door, I was joined on screen by the wonderful Mel Ball Collins, her tag team partner, Andre C, and of course LFG, Lauren fucking Goodnight, was there with us as well, too. We also got Brian Carter saying, with Papa Smokes' endorsement, I may check out Collision. I have been down on AEW in the past. Yeah, 100%. Again, it's never that a company can't turn around and give you stuff. I mean, there was always matches every once in a while that were solid coming out of the AEW locker room. It just took something to change it up. And that's what the Saturday show seems to be. It seems to be more oriented towards that, more almost like an MLW style feel kind of thing, but with the AEW roster more.
Well, Wednesday night Dynamite seems like bad WCW, and Saturday night Collision seems like good WCW to me.
Yeah, that's a fantastic comparison, definitely. Parrish saying, don't be rusty if you can't be dusty, because Papa Smokes is old and crusty. That's okay. You might have to write that down after a few drinks tonight. I don't think the video bros are going to remember that. But hashtag Crust Mania is going wild across the nation, Papa Smokes. You got
crust of personality. Yeah.
Crust of personality. Yeah. Love that one. That's fantastic. But what is also fantastic is we've got something cool and something new for you guys here tonight. We teased it, and you're going to get it. Hey, something that Papa Smokes and I, if you didn't already know, that we do is call commentary for Prairie Pro Wrestling. We take matches that have been pre-recorded. We sit down behind the scenes before Ring Respect goes live for you guys on a Thursday night. We call the matches. We put that commentary onto the video. It goes up on YouTube 4 weeks later. So we have got ones that are still slated to come out, but we got to take some time to record some new stuff here tonight. And so we thought, instead of recording prior to Ring Respect going live, we're going to let you guys join us on this journey. We're actually going to play the matchup here that we are going to be calling live on the show here tonight. So there will be a momentary point in time while the video is playing, while we're doing the commentary. You can get all of your comments and questions in, but we will not be answering them until the match is officially done, as that will be used as the commentary for the YouTube channel in the upcoming weeks. Papa Smokes, I think this is going to go well. I'm excited.
Okay, interesting idea. Let's do it. Let's give the fans a little peek behind the curtain at what we do. And yeah, I'm wondering what match you got for us tonight, Munson. Have you decided that yet?
Yeah, I do. And just for you know, Thunder with good writing and great talent was Josh Joseph's thoughts on Collision. And yeah. Sure. That's very fair assessment and comparison as well, too. New show featuring Papa Smokes crusting out. I love it.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Papa Smokes gives his views on everything that he did not like in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
What holiday season is this match in? Brian, you know, the funny part is we're not quite out of the Valentine's Day era. So, yes, we are in the heart of love season on Prairie Pro Wrestling here tonight. But there is nothing lovely about what you're going to see, because this is going to be a collision. I've actually got two sitting here waiting to be commentary done on them, Pop Smokes. We could go either direction. They are both essentially about as long. I'm going to not only get your thoughts. Is this match a crust? Watch You watch yourself, Mr. Parrish. We got work to do here, sir.
He's a pun master.
He is the pun master. You can't beat him. I'm going to ask not only you, Pop Smokes, but I'm going to ask the audience which match they would prefer us to do the commentary on here tonight. So our options are the second encounter of the Clandestine Society, Michael Richard Blaze, and the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow, taking on the team of Son of Irish and Jack Pride. Or we have singles match scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
And it will be Sean Moore taking on Mars the Specialist. We have both those matches as options for you guys. I want to know, Papa Smokes, what you're thinking, what one you're leaning towards, and I also want the chat to let us know which of those two matches do you guys want to check out here as we call the commentary live.
Well, I find the idea of doing Mars the Specialist versus Sean Moore a little bit tasty. I was surprised to see Mars at that show. I liked him. I had never seen him before, so this could be fun. I might go with that one.
Josh coming in, just say, hey, real quick, Bobby and Smokes, please check out my new interview tomorrow and let me know how it is. And he votes for the Sean Moore match. Paris voting for Sean Moore versus Mars. I pretty thinking more, says Mel. Okay, I think it's unanimous. We're going
Everybody
with
wants Sean
Moore. Yeah. That's okay because it'll give us a little bit more distance between those tag matches as it was a second encounter of the two teams. So we will record that one behind the scenes next week there, Papa Spokes, or coming up soon anyway. And don't hinder the gin. Funny, Parrish. There's some very nasty things that Mr. Mars, the Specialist, gets called, especially in here. And Kitty, you're going to knock my stream out here, and I can't have you meowing on screen while we're calling commentary. So, but yes, we are going to gear this up for you guys. I will get it ready right now here as we speak. And yeah, I'm really excited to give this a shot. I hope you guys let us know what you think of this as well too. Let me just see here. There we go. All right, that is geared up. Let me get this back here. We are going to go over to share the screen, present, share screen. There we go. I'm sure everybody can now see what we got going on here.
He's a liar.
Yeah, that's the PPW Nation in full display for you right there, of course.
They're talking about you, Munson, right?
Oh, damn straight they are. But I think it's more in conjunction with the everyone loves Novak sign that you can see in the back there, of course.
Right.
But we got Brian Carter saying, while we wait, can someone put out a wildfire up there? The smoke is killing us here.
Huh.
Yeah, you know what? I do apologize for the Canadians and our inability to put out fires quickly enough, but it is affecting our good friends down to the south, and very sorry to hear that. And anybody, whether it be here in Canada or in the US, that is affected by those wildfires, stay safe, and hopefully they will get dealt with. And we do appreciate all the help that's been sent in order to help prevent them and make them go out as quickly as possible. It's never an easy thing to deal with. And Brian, we do hope that it's not affecting you and your loved ones too terribly much, and everyone will get through it.
And don't forget, we get it pretty bad from the California wildfires every single summer. So, we're used to it.
Yeah, exactly. It tends to roll through here. It's just part of life when it comes to Saskatchewan. But we do apologize about how it has been affecting the lives of many people out there today. But yeah, Pop Smokes, if you're ready, I think I'm ready.
Let's do this, Munson.
All right. So like I said, everybody, while this is happening, we will be calling as if we're calling this for a full recording. I just want to give you the heads up. You can get your comments, your questions in, but we will not be attending to them until after the commentary is all said and done. So with that being said, let's get rock and rolling. PPW Nation, welcome back to this wonderful Saturday afternoon right here on our YouTube channel. We thank you for joining in. We are your commentary team. I am one half of that team, part of the Video Bros. I am Bobby Munson, the man beside me, the man with the angelic voice, Papa Smokes. Papa Smokes, happy Saturday. How are you doing today, sir?
Money Munson, happy Saturday to you and happy Saturday to all my wrestling and PPW people out there. Let's have a wild time here and enjoy some professional wrestling.
And what we got before you is a PPW debut in the house. We have got Mars the Specialist making his first appearance here in Prairie Pro Wrestling. Papa Smokes, what do we know about Mars the Specialist so far going into this matchup?
I don't know a ton about Mars the Specialist, but I've seen a lot of chatter online, a lot of positive stuff about this guy. He's been tearing up the scene out in Western Canada, in the Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver area. I've heard a ton of good stuff about this guy, and I can't tell you how excited I am to see him debut in a PPW ring.
Making a debut here tonight, but of course the PPW Nation on hand, not really too fond of Mars the Specialist at this point in time, and it doesn't seem like he cares a whole hell of a lot, but someone that they do care about is Mars's opponent, one of the most renowned professional wrestlers across the world, one of the best inside talents, and I don't know why anybody hasn't picked him up yet. Papa Smokes, we're talking about our good friend Sean Moore.
Yeah, Munson, the one, Sean Moore. He's a classic in Western Canadian and North American wrestling. This guy's been all over the place. He's been at his craft for a number of years now. We're always thrilled to get him back in Saskatoon and listen to the crowd as he makes his entrance.
Like you said, one of the absolute best. He has locked it up with many of the best all across the globe, and he will be one of the biggest stars in the next couple of years. That's an absolute guarantee. As he's clapping hands with our good friend Basser down at ringside there and the rest of the PPW Nation. The energy of the PPW Nation on hand is going to carry him through this match as well, too. But this is going to be a very technical bout between these two grapplers here tonight.
Oh, yeah, and what an entrance into the ring. Sean Moore showing some of that incredible athleticism that he brings to each and every match. The fans here really, really appreciate it, and they're giving him some love right now.
Holding an impressive win-loss record here in Prairie Pro Wrestling, picking up another victory tonight. Might just land Sean Moore in contention to start looking at our champion, Sheik Akbar Shabazz. Again, that is an opponent that I don't think Sheik wants to lock horns with again. He was lucky to get Sean Moore the last time he defended his championship against him.
Yeah, extremely lucky, I think, and I'm quite sure Sheik Shabazz knows that. He doesn't want to face Sean Moore again. A challenge from Moore puts the PPW title in great jeopardy for being lost from the Sheik Akbar. So Sean Moore, he needs a win here tonight. Maybe he can insert himself in that championship picture, but the Sheik is not going to like it.
Not at all, but we are in for a good one here tonight. If I didn't tell you so already and you're watching us here on YouTube, we want to ask you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and let everybody know. Shout us out on social media. Let the world know about Prairie Pro Wrestling and Papa Smokes. We got coming up very soon a great summer card coming up for our great fans. It's going to be PPW returning to Saskatoon on Saturday, August the 19th. Make sure that you're joining us in a live capacity. Be part of that thunderous crowd that's out there every single time right here in Saskatoon. Oh, and would you look at that right off the hop? Sean Moore taking no crap from Mars and delivering that drop kick immediately.
And Mars, the Specialist, was sticking out his hand for a handshake, kind of in a very disingenuous looking show of respect there. I don't think he meant one bit of that. I don't think Sean Moore was going to fall for that either. The fans certainly aren't falling for it.
Mars sounding a little bit frustrated with the PPW Nation, frustrated with the way this match is starting off here. But again, still in the early stages. I want to give a quick shout out to our own academy here in Saskatoon, Pop Smokes, the Prairie Pro Wrestling Academy. If you wish to aspire to become a professional wrestler, you're going to want to reach out to the Prairie Pro Wrestling Academy today on Facebook and find out how you can get involved. Start getting trained and prepare yourself for that ring right there so that you can one day be locking up with the greats like Sean Moore and Mars the Specialist.
And these guys are going to show us a little bit of grappling at the beginning of this match. Oh, yeah, some nice wrestling going on there. A fireman's carry takeover into an armbar, and Mars the Specialist showing some nice wrestling skill there, too.
And Mars relatively new to the scene. Sean Moore with a little bit more of the ring experience man in this particular matchup. But then again, Sean Moore has the experience, but is still a young man himself too, Pops, folks. So he's got a lot of great years ahead of him inside of a professional wrestling ring. We are only starting to see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Sean Moore.
Well, we know because we interviewed Sean Moore on the Bro Show some months back before one of the PPW events, and he told us about some of the training, some of the sporting events that he's been into, all kinds of weight training, stretching, and wrestling training. He's put on a lot of miles for a young man.
He certainly has. And now it looks like he is going to wrench back on the fingers here of Mars the Specialist. Mars that does not look very excited to be in this peculiar situation, Pop Smokes.
This is interesting because we don't usually see Sean Moore bend the rule book like that, but I think he senses that there's something in Mars the Specialist that he's going to take very seriously and not cut any corners in this match. He wants to make sure he gets away with the win.
He's asking the PPW Nation to make some noise, and make some noise they will, because they're always electric up here in Saskatoon, Papa Smokes. Looking to lock it back up in the middle of the ring again. Mars goes straight to the midsection there with that kick. Now with the side headlock. But you're not going to hold that one too long on a fresh Sean Moore like that. Reverses into one of his own.
So far, Sean Moore kind of ruling this, the grappling portion at the beginning of this match. Mars the Specialist is going to have to alter his style just a little bit, or some of his tactics, in order to get the upper hand on Sean Moore. Just, again, great athleticism. He just rolled him up for a 2 count there.
Oh, look at that. Whoa. Shoulder tackle. Mars goes down hard, Papa Smokes.
Wow.
The Specialist being worked over by the veteran Sean Moore here at the moment. Mars seemed like he was very confident coming into this thing, Papa Smokes. But again, it seems like he needs to shake off a little bit of the cobwebs here and rethink his strategy to get himself back into this thing. The strength on display right there.
That's tremendous.
Absolute thing of beauty, and he knows it as he poses for the PPW Nation. Looking absolutely fantastic, Sean Moore.
You know, when it was Sean Moore just hit that double bicep, I swear I just heard every female viewer in the PPW Nation gasp at the same time.
I want to believe, Papa Smokes, that it was every viewer of the PPW Nation, in fact, that gasped at that moment, because people can admire from afar just as much, too. As Mars now backed into the corner by Sean Moore. Oh, we got Sean Moore asking for some silence here. Oh, it echoes right across the entire city. They heard that one just on the outskirts of Saskatoon. It was so damn loud. And it sounds like the PPW Nation are asking for more from Sean Moore, Papa Smokes. They want to hear that one more time. Oh, and that one lands them straight through to the people in Regina. They just woke themselves up on a Saturday here, listening to that one.
That sounded like my dad's old hunting rifle. Munson, I remember the sound of that really loud.
Sean Moore giving a little bit of a nice little spin, hop up, spinner Rooney, I believe that might have been called once upon a time. He is looking hot in this matchup. It has pretty much been all Sean Moore up until this point. Mars, the specialist, really needs to find something in order to get back into this thing.
And so far, Sean Moore's had his way with Mars, the specialist. I'm not sure what's going on here, but Moore's really dominating this match. Oh, I love this. Look at the athletic ability.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Absolutely connects, and it could be over right here. Oh, Mars kicking out at 2.
And so far, Moore has wrestled his own match. It's the kind of match Sean Moore wanted to have, a little bit up-tempo and all offense so far. Mars, the specialist, just barely holding on in this as Moore's working him over in the corner again. He's got to slow this down and get some kind of offense going, or we're not going to have a very long match here.
Looking to go for the Irish whip. Oh, that was a beautiful one from Mars.
Oh, man. Okay. He must have been listening because he's just taken the advantage in this match. Now stomping a hole right through him, and then he looks like he's going to center on that left arm of Sean Moore. Not afraid to bend the rule book a little bit while doing it.
Well, and he's going to take that moment to gloat. He really took a beating there for a while, but he is fired right back. Something clicked inside of him finally, and we've got a very fired up Mars. Let's see what this young man is capable of now.
Sean Moore was hoping to get a break on the outside there, maybe a minute or two to compose himself, but Mars, the specialist, not having that, rolling out at ringside, giving these fans an up-close look at PPW wrestling. They're loving it along the rail there.
And Papa Smokes, I mean, I might be mistaken, but is that the man formerly known as Merle Graves sitting there at ringside getting a nice up-close look at the action?
It looked like him, but really it couldn't be, could it, Munson?
I couldn't imagine.
I think this is exactly what Mars needed to do, was get an opening. He was getting his clock cleaned at the beginning of this match, but now he's got an opening. Once he got a shot in on Sean Moore's left arm and saw that it hurt more, now he's got a game plan. He's got something to concentrate on, and he's been kicking and stomping and twisting that left arm for the last bit. Moore looks like he's in some discomfort.
Very nonchalant cover there from Mars, the specialist. You're definitely not going to get the win over Sean Moore like that, but something tells me he didn't want to. He looks like he wants to inflict some pain on Sean Moore.
Yeah, I think it's part of the psychological game too. Sometimes putting a pinfall upon an opponent just to make them kick out, even when you know that they're going to kick out, it still gives a little mental advantage to hold a guy down for that 1 or 2 count.
Just want to let everybody know that coming up very soon on our Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel, Papa Smokes is a very, very big tag team matchup. That's going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks for sure, where we had El Asesino teaming up with the Sheik Akbar Shabazz, our Prairie Pro Wrestling champion, taking on the Kellys, Colton Kelly and Cannonball Kelly. That match is going to be coming up in just a couple of weeks here on the YouTube side, so make sure that you are subscribed and notifications are on, so you know. But hey, easiest way to remember, every Saturday, myself and Papa Smokes hanging out with you guys, the PPW Nation, right here on YouTube, as Mars the Specialist continues this vicious assault of his opponent.
Just when Sean Moore thought he could see a little bit of light there, just thought he could maybe get himself out of this beating that's being laid onto him, he had a little momentum just for a couple seconds, but Mars right back to that arm, pulled it over top of his knees and just cranked it, that elbow in the opposite way it's supposed to bend. And now look at this, closed fist punches on top. Doesn't care what the fans think. I'm starting to like this Mars.
Well, he refers to himself as the Short King, but the PPW Nation was calling him Little Something just now, and it definitely did not have King in the title. It looks like Sean Moore blocking the attempts here by Mars the Specialist. A little back and forth here. Sean Moore looking to get back in this thing. Just about up and over there, but not quite enough. Mars just about getting it. Look at the power on display. Sean Moore fighting back. Fantastic.
A battle for leverage there, and Sean Moore comes out on the winning side, but how much energy did both of those wrestlers expend in trying to land that vertical suplex?
Oh my, now Mars getting back there with that kick on to Sean Moore, takes him out. He could be knocked out here, Pops, folks. No, 2 3/4, very close on that attempt.
You notice he made a much more serious cover there, too. The wrestlers in the ring can feel how each other feel, and they know when they're ready for a pinfall. They know when they have a chance of maybe getting it. And you could see Mars must feel a bit of weakness from Sean Moore now because, there's another nice pinfall attempt and another 2 count.
And he was also working over that left arm that he did earlier in the matchup as well, too, trying to take that out of the arsenal of his opponent, Sean Moore, here tonight. Could Mars be looking to put this thing to rest right now?
Some kind of finisher coming up here, Munson. Oh, Sean Moore not having it. Rear waist lock. And a standing switch. Another standing switch.
Oh, looked like Mars I think they both got a little bit of that, did they not, Papa Smokes? I'm pretty sure that the kicks came from both men, taking both out simultaneously here.
Yeah, Mars had seen success with that running drop kick that he used before. He really tagged Sean Moore in the chin with that earlier in this match. Tried it again, but Moore was ready for him this time, also throwing a kick. This has both men down in the middle of the ring.
We got the referee doing the standing 10 count, but we would hate for this matchup to end on a situation like that. But Sean Moore springs back to life, and the PPW Nation are on their feet, Papa Smokes.
Ooh, yeah. You can feel the electricity in here now as Sean Moore begins a nice, energetic comeback.
You see that left arm has been affected heavily there, but beautiful spine buster, hooks the leg. It's got to be it. No! Wow! How close can you get without it being the finish?
And we've seen Sean Moore finish off a number of opponents with that deadly spine buster there, but Mars the Specialist not going out like that.
This has been one hell of a bout here tonight, Papa Smokes, and this is what PPW is all about. This is why we love when you join us in a live capacity or here on YouTube. It is fantastic to be able to get the word out about these great, great professional wrestlers inside that ring. Looks like Sean Moore looking to put this thing to a finish himself. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Connects with it. No, Mars finds a way. Damn it, Pop Smokes. It continues here tonight.
Incredible match. A couple of real close pinfalls in the last couple of minutes here. You can see both men have absorbed a tremendous amount of punishment. The fatigue is setting in. But listen to these fans. They're bringing energy to the wrestlers right now. Sean Moore trying to shake out that left arm and get a dose of energy from the fans.
And hitting those heavy chops once again, Sean Moore. What is it going to take to end either one of these guys here tonight? They seem to have thrown absolutely everything they can at one another, Papa Smokes. It is going to take something special by the looks of it. I am extremely, extremely impressed with the debut of Mars the Specialist here tonight. Oh, man, from the second rope, the superplex.
The impact of that made a big sound in the middle of this venue right here. And Sean just able to make the cover.
No.
Oh.
So close, but you could see that the damage that maneuver did to Sean Moore as much as it did to his opponent. These two have been so back and forth. Who knows where this one could go? It is anybody's game here tonight.
Sean Moore has the experience too. He's been deep in matches like this before, matches where he's been frustrated trying to finish off his opponent but can't quite get him. So that experience will come in very handy for Sean Moore with a very game and tough opponent like Mars, the specialist here. Whoa, right into the ring post now.
My God. He's thrown quickly back into the ring. Mars is like a shark that smells blood here, Papa Smokes. He's looking to take advantage. He's now climbing up. Going to go from that middle rope by the looks of it. What does he have in store for his opponent? Wow, connects.
Whoa.
That has got to be it. Two. The ref says two. I swear that was it.
But straight into an armbar here, Munson. This is a potential submission situation here, too. Sean Moore's got to be concerned and in a lot of pain right now.
I can't believe this. What is it going to take? Mars, the specialist, absolutely wrenching back on that left arm that he has been focusing on. Sean Moore managing to find the strength to get to that rope, causing the break. Mars looking to put a stop to that, rolling back into the center to lock it back up. But no, Sean Moore reversing. It looks like is Mars trying to get a triangle on Sean Moore, but Sean Moore now picking him up. Beautiful right in the center of the ring. Oh, it's only two. Jesus.
Unbelievable. Sean Moore with that incredible Gotch lift there taken from the work of Frank Gotch there. My God, what a lift and what a slam down. Mars managing to kick out barely at the 2 count, but look at the damage that's been done to both these wrestlers. Absolutely exhausted in the middle of the ring.
They're trying to muster up whatever little strength they might have within them right now, Papa Smokes, to get themselves back into this thing. They have taken an absolute ass kicking here tonight, and it continues, and not one person has a problem with it. These two can continue to go to war because we are having a hell of a time here at Prairie Pro Wrestling.
Sean Moore just tried to throw that running knee, but Mars getting out of the way with some kind of a pump handle slam.
And again, how did Sean Moore kick out of this, Papa Smokes? This seems impossible. This continues here tonight.
And that was insane, Munson. That wasn't so much a kick out as he just barely managed to get that one shoulder lifted. Referee in perfect position to see it stop the count, but whoa.
Man, it's like, we talk about the accolades of Sean Moore, but to be able to get in there, step it up to him and give him this kind of fight, Mars the specialist is instantly making a massive impact and putting the Prairie Pro Wrestling roster on notice right now.
And the other wrestlers are watching backstage thinking, man, if Sean Moore's having this tough of a time with Mars the specialist, we're all going to have a tough time with this guy.
He tells Sean Moore he's nothing, but I think that he might eat those words because Sean Moore is definitely far from nothing. These two just slugging it out now in the center of the ring, trading it back and forth, but Sean Moore getting that extra little boot in there. Might have been the edge that he needed here, but look at that off the ropes, cuz Mars. Holy shit, have you seen something like that lately in a PPW ring, Papa Smokes?
That looked like it was from the Matrix, Munson.
There comes the little chance from the PPW Nation once again, because I think that at this point, they're a little bit worried for their hero, Sean Moore. He looks like he might get put to rest here by the debut of Mars the Specialist. Crossbody from the top, but look at that. Sean Moore rolling straight over.
Oh, my God. The strength. Oh, my God.
There it is. He connects.
What a maneuver.
Hook in the leg. There we go. The 3 count happens. Your winner is Sean Moore. Papa Smokes. What a match we had here tonight.
Love it, Munson. A brand new debut to PPW and putting in a stellar performance against one of our top wrestlers. Mars the Specialist looking very impressive in this, but Sean Moore just that much more so, getting the 1-2-3 victory and soaking in the adulation of the PPW crowd.
He sure is, and he deserves it. One of the absolute best, but kudos to Mars the Specialist. I hope we're going to see a whole lot more of him in a Prairie Pro Wrestling ring. Make sure, again, that you're like, follow, subscribe, all those wonderful things here to Prairie Pro Wrestling. Check us out on all social media. And I just got to say, to all of you in the PPW Nation, in the meantime and in between time, take care, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. All right, that was PPWB called live. That is how we do our thing. Then I go in, I edit that to join up with the video, and we put those out on YouTube. That official matchup will be coming out in the next few weeks here, as we do got a couple more that are all lined up, ready to go on the Prairie Pro Wrestling channel. Want to know what you guys thought of that as a segment here tonight. We're not going to do it for every match for Prairie Pro Wrestling. I thought it'd be cool as something to try once in a while. But before, I'm going to go to you in a minute here, Pop Smokes. I just want to get to, oh, no, that was from before. Mars is upset because, well, it's the red. It could very well be, Josh. I'm not denying that he could be an angry little man because of that. And Astrid saying, hello, Astrid. Sorry that we couldn't say anything to you during the stream. We were calling the commentary for Prairie Pro Wrestling right there and wanted to make sure that we didn't affect it, so I didn't have to do too much vocal editing. But thank you for joining us here on Thursday night. We're having a lot of fun. Hope you guys are too. Josh coming in more reminds me of a more agile Arn Anderson, and that is a great comparison.
Wow.
Sean Moore is phenomenal. Let's not deny it. And as I was editing that match just the other night, Papa Smokes, and that's why I thought we'd be doing Clandestine today, but I got this one done in time, and I thought, if the people want this one, maybe we should do this one, because I had fun editing that match. I like that match a whole hell of a lot. Both fantastic wrestlers. I could watch that over and over and over again, and I'm looking forward to putting it out on YouTube for everybody in its full capacity there with our commentary as well.
It was a perfect length, perfect back and forth battle between the two. The momentum shifted back and forth. That was a good one. And of course, the fans who love Sean Moore are just going to be loving that win.
Yeah, and we got Josh saying it was great. I like this segment. Thanks, Josh. We had a lot of fun doing it. It's interesting because at first I was a little bit, okay, we got the comments going here, and I'm trying not to pay attention. And then I got kind of into that relaxed mode like we do every single time when we're off camera doing this behind the scenes and everything too. So then I just kind of got with the flow of it. And that's essentially how we do it. Like, it's a lot of pretending like we're doing this in a live capacity when we do it as if we're there every single Saturday. So we have to we play it up like it's Saturday, though we know damn well it's not a Saturday whatsoever. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too, but we're not done tonight. We have more for you. That was just the opening segment of the night. Bob Smokes, I think we still got some MLW to watch if you're up for it.
We do. I'm all queued up and ready whenever you're ready.
I will go and get it ready on my side here. Just hang tight one quick second. MLW Fusion. I believe we have that strap match tonight, if I'm not mistaken, between Nance Warner and Sam Adonis. So this should be quite interesting. Let me know when you're ready to hit play there, Pop Smokes.
Okay, I'll probably have a commercial first, so I'm going to hit it now, and we'll just see what's going on.
You get out of your commercial break first, and then we'll get geared up. Anybody who is watching along with us, if you want to head on over to MLW's YouTube channel, you'll find the video titled Nance Warner versus Sam Adonis Leather Strap Match / Big Apple Grapple 2. Search for more. I won't say the word. We'll let Alex Kane take care of that part, because he's been running quite afoul as of late with those words that he uses there, and MLW definitely let him push the boundaries quite often.
So I'm going here. It's just showing Sam Adonis highlights from last week. So
yeah, that's how we're starting the show off. As usual, whatever the highlighted match is tends to go that direction.
Well, this is from Battle Riot.
Well, you know what, Papa Smokes? I think that our good friend Chris Parrish might be watching it. He might be sitting here in the room. think we should bring him in to kind of hang out and chat with us about some MLW.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me. Parrish, let yourself on in at any time that you're ready, my man. If you got MLW rocking and rolling, hop on in. Let's talk some MLW with my brother. We got, there's Parrish right there. Just gonna, there we go. Brian Carter saying he enjoyed the broadcast. More PPW is never a bad thing. Brian, we thank you for always supporting us here and supporting PPW as well too, my man. So appreciative of every kind word that you say and everything you do to get the word of Prairie Pro Wrestling and our local establishment out there for us. But yeah, this should be a good night. Parrish, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Can't complain. I got some whiskey in the jar right here beside me. I got friends on screen, and I got MLW in front of me, and I got friends in the chat as well too. Life is good. Life is solid.
Good.
Plus, we got a long weekend ahead of us.
We do.
We do. Monday's a holiday here in Canada because this Saturday, July the 1st, is Canada Day. And you can go and check out Chris Parrish over at his personal Twitch channel, where he's going to be doing a live watch-along of Money in the Bank from London, England. It's going to be a great show. Parrish, tell people a little bit about that as we're getting started off with Clara Carrera, by the looks of it, in the ring. We're going to have some featherweight division action to start things off.
Yeah, right now we have a couple people joining me. We have Mark Talks Wrestling, awesome, and we have Chris Best. They're two for sure that are going to be joining. Anybody who does want to come in and join, it is a reactionary one. So you're going to have to watch it on your own end because we cannot play the actual PLE on screen. But just come out. We're just going to hang out, watch some wrestling, have some fun. And then as soon as that's over, we're going to be raiding all the way to our local establishment for paper reviews of that same show.
Oh, we got a member of the Calling by the looks of it that's going to be in action here. Who I don't sure if we're familiar with. Mandy Leone. Okay. That's who they got going here in the Calling as part of the Calling. This should be interesting. Brian Carter Paris says he'll only attend your watch along if you wear the purple singlet.
Well, unfortunately, Brian, I don't have OnlyFans, so I don't know what you're getting this purple singlet out of. So I guess if you want to make me one and you want to pay me some money, sure. But I will tell people that if I do get up to about 10 subs, I will drink this bottle of maple syrup.
Get them those subs, people. I want to witness that happen. But we got, again, a member of the Calling here in Mandy Leone going straight on the attack. The Calling, a very, very interesting group that's been put together within MLW here. It seems like just about every season, Papa Smokes, that they've got some sort of faction that comes along to infect MLW, and it always takes the next group of top baby faces to really clean house when it comes to the War Chamber match.
Yeah, and with Contra Unit, they had a couple of seasons because they were such a strong faction, and the fans not only hated them, but enjoyed watching them too because they had such talent. The Calling, I'm not sure about, but yeah, they're filling that role for now.
Yeah, we got JJ Josh Joseph coming in and say, watch Super Troopers. A whole bottle of syrup is a bad time. Super Troopers are great.
Yeah, movie. Well, they're rookies. I'm a professional.
They were the Hollywoodized versions of Canadians, so it's not quite the same.
Yeah, Canadians is doing better. All right, and it's Canada today, so I got maple syrup in my veins.
It pumps through his soul.
Okay.
It looks like Mandy Leone is just out here absolutely devastating her opponent in this opening match. Like toying with her. In fact, you know what? I have a funny feeling that Delmi Exo better be on alert if she does manage to capture both, retaining her MLW Featherweight Championship as well as capturing the WXW Championship over at Never Say Never. And speaking of Never Say Never, for those of you who do not know, right here on our local establishment, whether it be Twitch or YouTube, you're going to be able to join myself and Pop Smokes along with some of our friends doing a live watch-along tailgate party. It's going to be a great time up in the house on Saturday, July the 8th. And, man, Mandy Leone making an impact here today. Guys, what are your thoughts on her? Are we looking at a potential next champion in MLW?
I would say so. She's got size, a lot of size in this match, and a lot of strength. She's coming in there with some confidence too, basically ragdolling Clara Carrera here. Carrera's going to attempt a little bit of a comeback here, but Leon's got a number of pounds on her and some experience by the look of it.
We got Raven lurking over in the corner watching there, but also the masked members, the gas masked members of the Calling, who seem to get interfering and also interfered in this match already, making it very difficult for any opponents that go up against the Calling. Speaking of which, that is going to be the tag team matchup coming up at Never Say Never when the Samoan SWAT team defend the tag team titles against the Calling. That is going to be one crazy matchup, and fans bring the weapons. Papa Smokes, you and I have experience firsthand with seeing what happens when fans can bring the weapons to a tag team wrestling fight.
Yeah, that got crazy in a big hurry, and I always admire the fans' ingeniousness in picking out various types of weapons to bring. We saw cheese graters, we saw vinyl record albums, we saw all kinds of crazy stuff.
An Aladdin VHS tape became a weapon that night that we saw there, Bob Smokes. We'll see what kind of carnage goes down at MLW. Never Say Never. Parrish, I believe you're going to try to join us that night, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I'm not going to try. I will be joining.
Well, there we go. Fantastic. That's what we love to hear. It's going to be a party up in here. Again, and it's a tailgate party, so you got to have some snacks. We got Papa Smokes is going to be pounding chicken wings that night, I believe.
I have snacks right here.
Well, there we go. I was also thinking I got to get the sound bite of it's one of Trey Parker and Matt Stone's songs that they have where one of the parts of the song goes, "I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings." I want to be able to play that every time Papa Smokes goes to put down another chicken wing. Have you guys both got to the finish of the match yet?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, man, sorry, you're not there, Parrish?
I think I'm pretty much there, so.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, Manny Leon picking up a very impressive, dominating victory here in this opening bout on MLW Fusion. Josh coming in saying someone threw their mom's ashes on Pink's stage while she was singing "What a World We Live In." Jesus. What? Wow.
Yeah, I saw that headline.
Wow. Okay, then. Yeah, what a world we live in. I agree with you on that one, Josh. Crazy. I will give kudos, though. Pink, very, very good performer live. Wife and I went to go see her. What a show that was. Good, great time. Bet you never thought you'd hear Bobby saying he went to a Pink concert.
It was.
I had a suspicion. I had my suspicions.
The video is nuts. There's footage of it too. Of course, there is in a world where everybody's got a camera in their pocket.
I bet you Pink is monetizing it as we speak.
Good for her. Make that bag.
Well, look at this Samoan SWAT team confronting Old Manser, one called Manders, and who is that other guy, Bob?
I always, we ask this every time, and I always forget. So I can't quite remember.
See, we missed some weeks when we couldn't get the show in Canada, and I still feel a tiny bit behind from that.
I know who does know is Brian. Brian, if you're out there, throw it our way, man. Who's the third in this group?
You can't bug Brian. He's too busy making that purple singlet.
Well, I mean, good call. Good call. That's right. Get to work there, Brian. We need to see that purple singlet on Parrish. He'll DM you his address to send it to. Got the boys, the old man through the boys drinking some Bud Lights. Hey, like that. What is with them taking over the Bud Lights? Like, I know Bud Light's not a sponsor of MLW, so how come they're taking away the Bud Lights from our good friend Bud Heavy there, Pop Smokes?
I don't know. I think they're really, really cheap right now.
I think it goes back to because Coors Light won't pay them nothing.
Oh, but they left a Bud Light on the. Maybe they left one there on the truck for Bud Heavy. Maybe he's lurking in the background somewhere, and he'll make a surprise return at MLW's Never Say Never.
Oh boy, look at this! The champ is here. Hammerstone coming through the parking garage. That's never a good sign in MLW.
Well, especially when we still got tonight, the Beaumont Fight Club, in particular, Alex Kane, the number one contender for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, is got his somewhat inappropriate call out that he's doing in the ring tonight. So that should be very, very interesting as we are now going into an advert for the MLW Never Say Never. Again, that is on Saturday, July the 8th. You can watch it on Fight TV Plus. We won't be able to show you the stream here live on our particular show, but we do want you to kind of simul stream. You can have MLW's Never Say Never going on one screen. You have the Video Bros and Friends on the other. You get your snacks, you get your drinks, whatever you want. If you partake, that's totally cool with us. We're friendly about it all around here, and we want you to have a good time partying with us, watching MLW's Never Say Never. And hold on here. We went this way. You can pick up a 24-pack here for $12 and send in the $15 rebate and get paid to drink. Holy shit! Where do we sign up for that deal? I'd even drink Bud Light if that were the case.
I have standards. I will not.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not go too far here, Marcin.
Okay, fine. I just
come on. You know, if you gotta be a kayfabe, then you gotta have that standard.
All right, fair. But again, Paris, just so you know,
I am just saying, I am rocking the Papa Smoke shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
And apparently, Microman is rocking some Dunkin' Donuts here with his boy Willie Mack.
Oh man!
Well, Mr. Saint Laurent doesn't like him hanging out with Willie Mack, I don't think.
I think he's more upset about him eating Dunkin' Donuts right now, but then he took the whole pack of donuts still anyway.
We'll say in Canada, we need a little bit more donut competition.
Well, you're saying you're not a fan of the Tims there, Parrish?
Oh, I'm a fan of the Tims. I'm just saying we need some competition because competition breeds.
We got some pretty kick-ass bakeries in Saskatoon that make some phenomenal baked goods.
Well, not all of us live in Saskatoon, Robert.
Okay, fine. I've heard we got some phenomenal cooks around here, too.
I mean, I hear they smoke everyone out of the water.
Josh comes in. I had a caramel bacon crawler the other day and lost my mind.
What?
I'm not quite sure what that is, but it sounds like I want one.
It sounds good. Yeah.
It's a donut. Come on.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
A crawler.
Oh, crawler. Yeah.
Crawler.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I was reading crawler and I was thinking something else, but crawler. Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Think of the creepy crawlers, like the gummy candy.
Oh man. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like when it comes to like eating bugs, I'm not opposed to trying. Like if somebody offered me some sort of like chocolate covered grasshopper or one of those crunchy ants or something, doesn't sound too terrible.
I'd have to be pretty hungry, I think.
I'd have to be pretty drunk.
That too. I like to try a few different things, but look at all the gold the Samoan SWAT team is holding. We got tag gold, we got national openweight gold, and again, a big matchup announced for Never Say Never. Jacob Fatu going to be defending the national openweight championship against heavyweight hustle Calvin Tankman. But look at this, we have a tag team match next week. Those titles could end up changing hands before we even get there. It's the Samoan SWAT team defending against the Second Gear Crew. So we got our good friend Ed Fries, old Ed, joining us in here. Deep fried chocolate covered bacon is one of my favorite once a year fair food. Sounds delicious, my man. You know what? When I was down in North Carolina, but will Fatu show up after being paid? He'll be there. Looks like we're going to the main event already here, boys, on this card. But just so you know, when I was in North Carolina, we went for dinner at this one fancy restaurant. I can't remember what it was called. And we walk in the door, and right away they had these delicious bacon-wrapped daints there, just platefuls of them. It was gorgeous. And of course, you walk in, they hand you a cup of wine, they get you a glass of beer. They never let that drink ever go down far enough that you were waiting on it. It was always a new, fresh one being handed to you all the time. It was classy. I loved it.
Nice.
We got Sam Adonis here with us, you guys. Sam Adonis really been making an impact here. He was fined by MLW for the attack that him and John Morrison did on Mance Warner, and that's why we have got this strap match here in the main event of the evening. As we got Josh coming in, chocolate grasshoppers aren't bad. Tequila worms will F you up. I like to get fucked up. If you haven't noticed.
I'm just kind of blown away by Manser. He's really rocking his hair now. It's just such a weird look. I'm not used to that at all. It's kind of like when Killer Cross started growing his hair. It was such nice, lustrous looking hair. It just looks bizarre for some reason. But yeah, I don't think that's going to change the way Mance runs his matches around here. This is going to get violent in a big hurry.
I wonder, would old Manser fit in well up here in Western Canada? Do you think that he could spend a night drinking with the likes of the three of us and be able to keep up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Credit to old Manser there.
He's in the major league, bro.
Well, he is in the major league. That is true. No truer words have ever been said. It's going to be a very, very fun night again. MLW's Never Say Never is right around the corner on Saturday, July the 8th. And we hope that you guys will join us in a live capacity here for the watch-along tailgate party. It's going to be the Video Bros and friends. That includes Chris Parrish, maybe Ed Fries, I don't know, anybody else in OLE that wants to pop in, hang out with the bros, maybe eat some chicken wings, drink some beers, have some whiskey, Buffalo Trace whiskey, right, Papa Smokes?
That's right. I was thinking about that today.
Bobby, I have to ask, what time does this start in case the people in the audience are wondering?
Well, that is a damn good question, Parrish, one that I wasn't prepared to answer because I haven't checked yet, sir. But I am going to go find out if I can see the information right now here for us. MLW's Never Say Never 2023. It does not currently give a time that I can see on here. I will definitely have to go check on Fight TV, so I will have to switch screens here quickly, but I will do that for you guys shortly after this particular matchup. And we got Ed saying, Parrish, that's what you have, July 8th.
Yeah, I clued that in this morning. Yeah, we're talking about when we're going to play the finale of season 1 for the Wrestler Draft, which, by the way, your boy took the lead last night.
I bared witness to it.
And it's a 7 p.m. bell time, so I'm going to say that's 7 p.m. Eastern.
So 5 p.m.-ish,
yeah,
our time or something like that, I'm guessing.
So I'm glad I asked the question and had the answer.
Just on the slim case that we aren't able to do it exactly at that time, the nice thing is that you can start from the beginning with Fight TV, so we will be able to start at whatever time suits us best. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with 5 p.m. if that's when it starts. How about you, Pop Smokes? Are you going to be 5 p.m. bound, or we got to give it a little time?
Yeah, well, I can probably make it for 5. Yeah, I'll change some things around in my busy schedule, but 5 or 6, yeah, something like that.
Sounds good, brother. We will have a great time. That is for damn sure. And we hope that everybody will join us in that live capacity here. But Pop Smokes, tell us what we're seeing on the screen. What are the people enjoying here about this matchup so far?
Well, Sam Adonis has kind of been on the offense for the best part of this match. He jump-started it before the bell had rung. He's been working over Manser. He's gone to try and end the match. He's touched 2 of the corner pads, but Manser cut him off from that. But still, Sam looking pretty good in this. He's so big and so athletic. He's also a heat magnet to these fans, too. I really like this guy a lot.
Parrish, in the short little bit of a time that we've been showing him to you, what have you thought of Sam Adonis and his work?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him at all. be quite honest. I don't know much about him lately. Obviously, I've heard about him like earlier on, but I haven't seen a lot of his later work. But no, I think he does well. I really like his cadence in the ring. I think he has very good cadence. He doesn't rush things. He takes his time. He maybe that could be a downfall because he does like to jaw jack a little. But at the end of the day, if you are able to be in that driver's seat in the course of a match, you're in a really good position, and he does that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was just looking at the time on this thing, and again, like this was listed as the top build thing, and I just realized we're getting this matchup. We still haven't even got the Alex Kane segment at this point in time, too. So I think that comes after this, after a little bit of advertising in between. So we'll have to check out to see what kind of carnage goes down with Alex Kane and the Bullmaye Fight Club leading into July the 8th, which is coming up very shortly. You know, guys, I just set up the YouTube channel to be able to set out raids and give raids and all this kind of stuff. I can't for the life of me figure out the final pieces of the puzzle and how to do it, though. I've got everything in place for it, but yet have not been able to quite figure it out. Hopefully it'll come to me eventually.
But you know what the people who are watching on the YouTube side can figure out?
That's bearish.
How to click that thumbs up and click that subscribe button, get that notification bell going, and just doing everything you can, not only to help us out, but help yourself out, so you can get alert every time the Video Bros and our local establishment go on screen, so we can provide you the best content we can. And sometimes Bobby and I will give you busting out.
Or crusting out, as the case may be.
I mean, that's ripe on the edges, if you ask me.
And Ed, also speaking of YouTube, you're going to have to let me know how to find your channel here, my friend, because for some reason I can't seem to pick it up to make you a moderator just yet, but I will find a way. I will find you in there somehow. So that we can get that all set up.
Well, some nice looking punches by Manser there, man. He's actually connecting decently hard with those jabs on Adonis's face. Not sure Sam's going to like that too much. Those punches look decidedly un-AEW, I must say.
Hey, Pop Smoke, at the top of the hour, you were praising some AEW there, my friend. So
yeah.
But it has been a very, very interesting encounter thus far.
Munson, there's your favorite fan, front row again.
Every single time, always making herself known there.
Always in Philly, yeah.
But, that is absolute commitment there. Ed, I'm worried about it, my friend. I'll get you on there. Don't you worry. Get it figured out. I got you. Just YouTube can be a strange beast sometimes, and sometimes I just got to try a little harder. We've got, just back and forth on the outside of the ring. These two have really been taking an absolute ass kicking at this point in time in the matchup there. Make sure if you are joining us right now, keep that chat active and lively, taking questions from you guys all day long. As long as you want to talk, we're going to talk back with you. And we hope that you're enjoying this matchup here between these two absolute sluggers.
And maybe I can ask Parrish this question because he's been in so many matches in his career, but it always struck me as funny in some of these brawls that happen outside the ring. You must get so dirty falling on the floor and with drinks and beer and pop and everything. Is that ever kind of a rush to know that you're just covered in garbage and stuff from the floor while you're brawling out there?
That always depends on the person, because I think if you're going to go into that territory, you almost have to expect what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When you're in the ring, you expect to be clean. Unless, something organic like blood is to come out, or you bring something in like tax or, stuff like that. But if you go out into like the crowd where that stuff is being served at a concession, you have to expect it. If you're not expecting it, then I really question your train of thought. It doesn't bug me. Is it weird? Yeah. But, I mean, you guys are talking about a match where fans bring the weapons. I've been in battle royals where fans bring the weapons, where we saw a fish and we had a box of Lucky Charms. And let me tell you something, that combination really does a great job of sticking to each other, and it really does a great job of sticking to your boot. And it took me about a month and a half just to get all the Lucky Charms / fish out of that. So it's not something well, I mean, it is kind of disgusting, but I mean, at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, you don't if you're gonna walk into the kitchen and put your hand on the burner, and you don't expect to get burnt, that's on you. But you got to be understanding of what's to come, because awareness, just like in everyday life, but in professional wrestling, is everything. Also, it's kind of funny to like be postered in all that stuff too. It's kind of like a badge of honor.
Yeah,
to just
I would
look
think
absolutely hideous. Because you have like maybe cola on one side, you have popcorn like somewhere in there, you have some beer like drenched on you, which is never a bad thing, unless you actually have to drive later and you're just like, oh no. But hey, if somebody's gonna dump a beer on me, I'm gonna at least try to like stick out a tongue though. You just got it.
Is still back and forth in this match. Now, they haven't used the strap a whole lot. Each guy has used a little bit. They got a little tug of war going on here because Manser's trying to touch his third post there. But, and there's the table shot in the corner.
Well, that's the finish, too.
Yeah.
Because that would have been the fourth quarter.
That was the fourth one, eh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Conveniently with the table set up right there for them. or sorry, that door board that you get from the hardware store, as we were so politely told.
Yeah, it's the door, I guess. Yeah.
I might be a little ahead of you guys, so bear with me now.
Oh, sorry. You're off. You're done ahead or behind?
I think I'm ahead.
Okay.
So I'm sure you guys will see it in a second.
I don't know how far ahead you might be talking. I just saw Mance try to take Sam's head off with that damn door piece after.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah, he hit him pretty fucking hard.
Yeah,
we're at the same spot, Bob.
I wasn't sure if it was more than that, but I was like, that's enough. But yeah, kind of weird in a sense, because old Manser kind of cost himself the match by diving into Sam in the corner there. Sam kind of roped him in, played a little possum, and old Manser ends up losing as a result.
I mean, you posed the question, Papa Smokes, and I was talking about awareness. Sam Adonis was completely aware of where he was. He was completely aware of what he was about to take. And he made sure he stuck that hand behind to touch that post to win that match. I'm just eyeing on the irony that we were talking awareness at the exact time of one of the most aware points of the match.
We got the Big Apple Grapple 2. Search for more hopefuls coming up here very soon from our boy Alex Kane. Again, I won't elaborate on the word that Alex Kane is actually using with the title of this one. But
Bobby, it's okay because I thought he was I didn't know he was a gardener.
Oh, well, I mean, he could be a gardener.
And that's where I was thinking. When I saw the word that rhymes with goes but starts with the letter H, I thought we were going to get a gardening education here.
We could. I mean, Alex Kane is a jack of all trades. We all three of us know that from talking to him.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, like, if you went back to when we had him on Busting Out, he educated us on a lot of things. I was surprised every time we learned something, just like I thought we were going to get a gardening extravaganza of education. I think I might be wrong, though. I don't think it's gardening.
I don't know if I'm getting this correctly here, you guys, because I haven't got my volume cranked up or anything like that, but I believe that they're trying to get to the bottom of who might be funding the Beaumaye Fight Club, who is bankrolling them, and I believe that MLW are now pointing the fingers at a few different people, Dan Lambert being the first one, now Shane Taylor being up in question for possibly being the one bankrolling the Beaumaye Fight Club. Man, Alex Kane, great interview, but he sure did not want to give me any little sneak peeks at all. He told me, just like he's telling everybody else, you keep asking questions, you get to find out what everybody else does on Saturday, July the 8th, when they reveal who's been bankrolling the Beaumaye Fight
Club. Wale now being one of them.
I mean, MLW are going to go that far. They're going to give us that kind of celebrity status at MLW's Never Say Never. I mean, I'd be questioning who's bankrolling Court Bauer if that's the case. But they're showing Wale in MLW back in the day. Classic MLW right there.
That's what I just said, Bobby.
Well, yeah, I mean, before they were just saying him, but they actually just showing him on the show now, too. Associating him to it. So.
Oh, okay. So I'm still a few seconds ahead of you then. My bad.
Yeah, the rapper Wale, he shouts out MLW every so often. I saw him on an ESPN sports show of some kind, and they were asking him about his love of wrestling, and he just went right to MLW. I was kind of like, hell yeah, man.
Well, Wale, my respect level for you just went up, sir.
He's all over the map because he does do the theme song of one Big E in WWE.
Nice.
Is that right?
He does. He's a personal friend of the New Day. He even was in the rap battle between the New Day and the Usos.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I recall that. I can tell you what, rating on YouTube is kind of strange, and I don't think I'm going to get it all figured out here tonight. I do have it set up. We can now accept them. Hey, what the heck? They're trying to block a message from Ed Fries on YouTube. What's that all about? Oh, we're going to release that.
Yeah, no, we're going to make sure that Jay White is the best wrestler in the world comment does get through. So, Ed, don't worry. Don't worry. We got you. We got you.
Yeah, I don't know why I tried to block it, but Ed had said, click the thumbs up. I thought it was supposed to be thumbs down. Shit, let me fix it, LOL. But yeah, sorry, that didn't go through there, Ed. Weird enough, YouTube trying to silence you.
Speaking of thumbs up, don't forget, if you're watching the MLW on the YouTube, don't forget to also give them a thumbs up and that. We're a big MLW supporter here at our local establishment and on the Video Bros channel, so give them a thumbs up.
Ed's all love, Josh. You know he is. You know he's not spreading hate.
I mean,
unless it's against Billy Corgan. If it's against Billy Corgan, that's a different story.
Yeah, I would hate to be on the wrong side of one of his rants for sure.
We got interview going on with Delmy Exo at the top of the ramp with Sam Laterna. Again, Delmy has got that big matchup coming up at Never Say Never, where she has the opportunity to become a dual champion, not only the MLW featherweight champion, but also the WXW women's champion, as it is going to be a title for title matchup. Looking forward to that encounter.
Oh, what in the world?
Yeah.
The former champion Taya Valkyrie out here. We didn't expect to see her back after she dropped that belt, but look at this. She's not having it from Delmy Exo.
Oh, and she's gonna cause real chaos up here. Oh no!
Oh, not this.
Oh yeah.
I love how the officials come out just in time to take Ty away after she's already devastated her opponent on the top of the ring.
I mean, Dave.
And Ty looks like she's fighting the security backstage. She's taking them all out.
Yeah, they're having a hard time controlling her, the three of them.
Harry Smith must have taught them the art of hard time.
So that's interesting that Taya will remain in the featherweight title picture because I don't know about you guys, but I didn't think at all that she'd be sticking around after this. She has signed with Tony Khan, hasn't she? And I assume that would be it for her appearances here.
This might be, we've seen it many times before too, Pop Smokes, where the tapings kind of get to that point where the intent was to have them stay around and they move on up, and then we don't hear from them ever again. And I fear that might be the case. And Taya cutting a very nice promo there as well too. She goes on the mic and says, "Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I can, and every generation of professional wrestler pisses me off." Can't go wrong with comments like that. Taya Valkyrie has done great work for MLW and put the featherweight division on the map. Delmy's doing, looking good as the new champion in that big matchup at Never Say Never. I guess we'll find out what the condition of Delmy is going into that thing, and she's being stretchered off here after being stomped into the MLW Featherweight Championship. But they got the MLW Never Say Never update here for us on this episode of Fusion. This is going to roll through the matchups, I assume. Maybe talk about that Jacob Fatu announcement that came out earlier today as well, too. But, of course, your big main event for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, it's Alexander Hammerstone. It's Alex Kane, the Suplex Assassin. It is what is selling the entire card. But, again, that match is the selling point. But we have got a great card ahead of us as well, too, as we're taking a look now at some of the other action that is going to take place on that very, very card.
Now, I don't fault you at all for not knowing the time because they do not actually have the time on there.
No.
But when I did search it up, it did say 7 p.m. belt time.
Question is, though, is it going to be 7 p.m. that they start taping Fusion? Because there will be Fusion tapings, and I don't know if we're getting those as well, or if we're just getting the Never Say Never card. That's the questionable part. Because there is a whole lot more announced, but it's not listed as Never Say Never. It's listed as the MLW Fusion taping, so I'm not 100% certain at this point in time. You know what? I am going to go check Fight TV.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bobby, there's things in this world that I know, but that is not one of them.
All right, MLW. Let's find out. Here we go. Never Say Never, upcoming official stream in 8 days, 21 hours, and 33 minutes.
We have to do the math on that now, too?
No, we don't. That means that on Saturday, July the 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central, that means 6 p.m. right here in Saskatchewan as well, too. You're going to be able to join us for that fantastic card. So, Fight TV coming through, saving the day and letting us know what to expect on Saturday, July the 8th. MLW's Never Say Never, as we are now going over to the WXW Women's Champion, and Ava Everett, I believe is the name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, WXW has been an absolute, starting point for a lot of people who have made their way over to North America and done great things. A lot of the top stars that you're seeing in the companies like the WWE and AEW at this time got their start or a good solid run within the ranks of WXW coming out of Germany. this is going to be an interesting matchup. Delmy might be a little in over her head. Ava Everett seems like she is confident, she is ready, and she wants to take that MLW Featherweight Championship with her back to German soil onto a WXW show.
She certainly looked confident in that promo. There's a way of doing it, standing up, looking straight into the camera and saying what you need to say. And yeah, it looks like she means business. Delmy Exo is going to have to work hard not to have this be her first and last title defense of the MLW Featherweight belt.
That's going to be a huge matchup there. And again, another thing on the lady side of things, Becca is going to be giving a live musical performance because we, the fans, voted it in. That's coming up at Never Say Never. And I said it right here, Pop folks. I said, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how many haters there are out in the world. I wanted that to happen. We're gearing up for a big tailgate party. I want as much MLW as we can get. If that means Becca performing live musically, we get that. We got that tag team matchup that they're showing there on the screen, as well as Timothy Thatcher and Tracy Williams. That is going to be a phenomenal matchup.
Yeah, really looking forward to that one. Typical of MLW, we'll get like a nice shoot grappling kind of sports style match on that. And that's what Timothy Thatcher and Williams will bring to this. I'm looking forward to that one. I always like me some Timothy Thatcher, and we've watched a couple of his matches in MLW in the past, and I always enjoyed them, at least.
What we also enjoy is this crowd right here. It's the Beaumaye Fight Club. It's our boy Alex Kane, the Suplex Assassin, the number one contender for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, and Papa Smokes' his close personal friend, Mr. Thomas, at his side.
That's right.
And I wonder what Mr. Thomas has got inside that beautiful looking Adidas gym bag that he's got there today. I'm also looking to see, is our boy Bougie in there tonight, Parrish? I'm not sure if I see Bougie with them this evening.
I'll keep an eye out. And I think we got to say it's Jay Bougie.
Jay Bougie. It's Jay Bougie.
I mean, he did tell us, got to put respect on the name. Man.
That's right. Put some respect
Jay
on
Bougie.
it. But even Alex Kane giving a shout out to Jay Bougie. He's saying that, he's somebody that's going to be on the rise here as well, too. So, again, getting that kind of praise from Alex Kane never hurts. Beaumaye is for the people, and for the people, he brings you the Big Apple Grapple 2. So, you know what? I'm just thinking that first match we saw was taped from the Philly tapings. This one's from the New York tapings, is it not? Or is it? Is this still Philly?
I'm not sure now.
I'm puzzled because why is he calling it the Big Apple Grapple?
Yeah, it does look a bit different, too.
Mr. Thomas with a money bag there with him. It looks like he's offering, Alex Kane and the Beaumaye Fight Club might be offering up money to the crowd here. Or no, it must be an offer for a matchup. Oh, that's what it is. It's an offer for match.
Yeah.
Shingihiro Erie. I can't pronounce that. How the fuck?
Shingihiro Erie.
Okay, thank you, Parrish.
You're welcome.
Looks like he's going to answer the call. Looked like he's going to try to walk away with a little bit of money here tonight if he can last inside the ring with the Suplex Assassin and Alex Kane. And this is a big boy we got on our hands up. This should be a very interesting fight.
I'm going to say I would love to see, knowing that Hammerstone is in the building, it'd be awesome if Hammerstone cost Alex Kane that money.
And just
man.
Just so you know, that singlet that Alex Kane is wearing there tonight was made by his wonderful, I believe it's his fiance or his wife. She did that work herself by hand. She does amazing work, and I believe that she's going to be eventually branching out to be able to do that for other people as well, too. So that great work on display is done by the very loved one of Alex Kane.
Yeah, and I will definitely try to get a little bit of information about that, and when I do, I will definitely share that. If I get the allowance
The
from
allowance.
Alex King.
Erie trying to take it to
That kind of
Alacant right up
allowance.
top here.
No, not that kind of allowance here, Bobby.
Fair enough. Oh, that
Not
was
the
an interesting
monetary
move.
allowance.
Erie using the ropes there to
Yeah.
springboard off of.
Yeah. Never seen that one before. That was cool.
Homemade Fight Club trying to give Alex Kane some space here on the outside of the ring, fanning him off a little bit. They're being good bros there.
Yeah, I think this is a different crowd. You're right, Bob. I've been trying to recognize some of the fans at ringside, and I think we're in a different building right now.
But then Philly Superfan is there at ringside in this one too. Unless you made the trip to the Big Apple.
I was going to say, Bobby, people have cars.
Well, I was never good at geography, so I don't know if they can go that far or not that easily.
Plus,
So,
Vladimir was at the matches in the first couple matches there too.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him there in this one. Have you?
Yeah, he was right at the beginning.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah. It's either Vladimir or Dave Meltzer. I can't tell them apart.
I have a funny feeling it's probably Vladimir, but I think Uncle Dave only showed up for that 30-minute segment on Fusion last year where they praised about the fact that Will Ospreay was coming to MLW.
Yeah.
And he never came to MLW. 30 minutes of an entire talk show dedicated to how great it was going to be that Will Ospreay was coming to MLW. He still ain't showing up yet. He's been over there in Toronto pissing off the Canadians pretty good, but he hasn't shown up in MLW just yet. I will say Ospreay definitely getting better with time. I'm enjoying his work a little bit more and more. His heel work's nice. I liked him pissing off the Canadians, taking the Canadian flag and rubbing it in between your nether regions. Never hurts to get some cheap heat in Canada.
It was very nice to see him show a little bit of tribute to Shawn Michaels in that form. I was very impressed with Will Ospreay.
Yeah, he cuts a decent promo.
I'm not going to say anything else about that match, though.
The match wasn't awful by any means, and a lot of people loved it for a lot of reasons. There's things about it that I don't prefer in my professional wrestling, of course, like the fact that it just didn't want to end, just didn't sit great with me. But what looked good looked really, really good in the match up there. And there was, I would say that the good parts probably outweighed the bad parts of the match itself.
If you watch a match with those two guys in it, you know that they're going to do every move and every spot that's ever been invented or thought of under the sun in the past 100 years in wrestling. They're going to do all that 3 times at least. It's pretty much guaranteed with those two guys.
But again, a lot of people absolutely loved it. That's their cup of tea. And even Andre C came in. He was very excited, called it one of his favorite matches of the entire year. So, everybody's got their cup of tea that they enjoy when it comes to professional wrestling, including our boy right there, Basser. Parrish, that shirt looks amazing.
He, of course, has the blue version.
Well, there was a blue, red, and a black, if I'm not mistaken. Which
once a while he gets that shop up, we will definitely bring back some Papa Smoke merch.
Sweet. Well, as I say, I have the next design ready to go. I just haven't pulled the trigger on any new shirts yet. I was thinking of only getting one for myself and letting everybody else suffer, but we'll see.
Erie E is really taking the fight to Alex Kane here. I am impressed so far.
This is a very competitive match.
Yeah. Hopefully Alex Kane didn't bite off more than he could chew, but he managed to kick out just now at the count of 2.
Well, I can see the look on Mr. Thomas's face. He's getting a bit nervous. You know, he doesn't want to lose that money. Above everyone else, he's not going to lose any of that money.
I'd imagine Mr. Thomas will fight a guy before handing it over willingly.
Well, and just from Alex Kane's point of view, it's not necessarily about the money in this match. He also needs to make sure that he doesn't lose because he doesn't want to have a lack of momentum going into his championship bout.
For sure.
I like the fans of the crowd every time Alex Kane throws a punch are shouting "Boo my A."
Yeah. Well, that's just it. He doesn't seem to care about the fans. He berates the fans and stuff, and yet he's getting momentum behind him. That they like him, and that's just, it's going to be a wild thing coming into this championship match. I can't wait to see what the live crowd is going to be like. I think it's going to be quite mixed.
Yeah, if for the first time in Hammer's run as the champion, he might not find himself on the dominating side with the momentum of the fans. He could be finding himself in the midst of a very, very strong Bomaye loving crowd there on Saturday, July the 8th. It is going to be interesting to see. You can never predict the Philly crowd. The Philly crowd in MLW, always unpredictable. I mean, look at the star they started to make Bud Heavy. Bud Heavy was an enhancement talent, and they were bringing the signs and making sure that everybody in MLW knew that they wanted more Bud Heavy on the screen.
I am at the finish of the match, so I'll just wait for you guys.
You go right ahead. I'm not quite there. Imagine it can't be far off, though.
I like the way Kane kind of did a leap over and a jump behind, and you thought, okay, here comes a big suplex. And no, he just raked his eyes. That is nice heel work into a couple of suplexes, and that's the finish for me.
Yeah,
Alex
I got the
Kane, 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Great matchup. I'm shocked for an unadvertised matchup that ended up happening. That's good. It makes Alex Kane look very, very strong going into the championship matchup on July the 8th. This is what you need to do when you're going home to a big card like that.
I'm also going to say, I'm pretty sure Alex Kane just stole one of my moves.
He might have. He's been paying attention.
So that suplex he had where he fell face first, that is a parachute.
There we go.
That I've done.
Hey, you're telling me maybe Parrish has been bankrolling the Beaumont Fight Club. That's why we were able to get Alex Kane on the show. That's why he's using your move.
A baby coming. I can't afford anything else.
The Bank of Parrish has been open for business for the Beaumont Fight Club.
Oh, and now we're in business. Just like you predicted, Parrish, here comes Hammerstone in his trunks.
He's an angry Hammerstone, that's for sure, too.
Is he going to put the title at the line against the money?
So he just says to Alex Kane, if you want to go, why don't we just do this thing right here, right now? I'll put this thing on the line right now. And Alex Kane responds, let's go, Hulk Hogan. Oh, awesome. Let these boys fight. Let her go. Let her rip. Damn, that crowd chanting Beaumont right now. Ooh, Kane just calling Hammerstone a title placeholder until he was ready for it.
It looks like Hammer's going to leave peacefully. I'm kind of surprised by that.
As Kane says, I run this place and you all know it. And it looks like that might be it, I'm thinking. Alex Kane now heading towards the back. It looks like issues all said and done. That's going to be it for MLW Fusion right there tonight. That was what a show. They've been on fire with these Fusion episodes as of late, I got to say.
And this was a great episode to have before the pay-per-view too, because we got a nice competitive, you call it a tune-up match for Alex Kane if you want. It probably ended up being more stiff than that for Alex, but ended up getting a nice match before the pay-per-view. Well, granted that this is probably a month before or something when it was taped, but as we see it, yeah, he's got the tune-up match and got a little bit of a challenge out of it. He looks like he's ring ready. He looks like he's ready for a long, violent championship match with Hammerstone, and they've done a beautiful job of building up Alex Kane since he first came to MLW, but even more so since he's been in the championship picture on the tail of Alex Hammerstone. And man, he's looking like an extremely viable contender, and not only that, looking like he might just fill the seat of the world champion just very nicely.
Yeah, you bet. And we got Brian coming in saying, hey, Hammer-O, get your ass out here. Alex Kane definitely with the quote of the night. Yeah, and like I said, great episode of MLW Fusion. Parrish, what did you think of tonight's episode?
I thought it was really good. Like you guys were saying earlier, it did a great job of making you want to watch this match, which obviously is heavily promoting this title match. It is the match that deserves that main event slot. It feels like the main event slot. And after this show, the go home moment is, I want to watch Alex Kane and Alex Hammerstone. This is the match that is going, I think is going to turn MLW into something different moving forward. This, I don't think, is a one-match pony. I think they're going to go a couple.
They very well could, unless there is plans for Alexander Hammerstone to go elsewhere. That could be the other thing, because again, I think we are teetering into the time where his contract with the company is coming up. So Hammer could be looking to explore other opportunities moving forward and maybe move on to bigger things, because you know the other feds, the big feds, AEW, WWE, they're going to be salivating at the prospect of bringing in an Alexander Hammerstone.
Oh, how can you not? Look at the guy. The guy is a freak of nature when you just look at him. And then when you watch him, he can move. He can do everything. He can speak. Talk. Yeah. Like, we know each other. All right. We know what we're going to say next. Mm-hmm. Stop stealing my lines. But no, when you can speak on your money for one of those big time national companies like an All Elite Wrestling or a World Wrestling Entertainment, and then when you're the size, man, that's a draw. And then when you can work, you're just gonna suck in all the hardcore fans. So yeah, he's a complete package. He is what Vince McMahon wished Lex Luger was.
That's fair. That's very fair. But Pop Smokes, your overall thoughts on tonight's card in general, and what you're looking forward to coming up in at Never Say Never.
Looking forward to everything at Never Say Never, and this show tonight was just perfect billboarding of what we're going to see coming up on the card. Turning up the volume on the feuds, including Delmy Exo versus Taya Valkyrie and Ava Everett. She's got two people on her mind and on her plate right now to worry about for her title match. Not to mention Manser versus is it Manders, I think, it's Sam Adonis again in the Southern Whipping match, I think they said was another one that will probably go something like that. That'll probably go into more violent places than the match tonight went into. And then just as always, MLW excellent at the long game, promoting a big match and building it for a long time and keeping the two stars away from each other, mostly physically for sure, and then just building a giant title match. We've seen it time and time again with Jacob Fatu and Alex Hammerstone's reigns, and this one again, Hammerstone against Alex Kane, has me completely excited. it has that big fight feel that you want. I know that I'm going to be excited over the next week to see this match, and I hope it does well for the company. I have the feeling that they're gaining some traction with some of these new TV deals, and I think that's one of the ways that they'll get over bigger amongst a larger audience, is just to keep promoting their world title matches, keeping those special, when there are other companies that have 3-4 world heavyweight titles or 2 heavyweight titles. It's diluted. It makes no sense, and it takes away from the ultimate drama and drawing power of the main events. But MLW keeps it special. I really appreciate that about that company.
Yeah. Brian Carter saying, I think it's just part of the continual loss of talent for MLW. Again, they're a stepping ground. They're somewhere that people go to really, gain themselves, find themselves. And artistically, that has been done. And that's why the big companies are looking at your Fatu's, your Hammerstones, your Alex Kanes, and people like that, because they see the work that they're putting in, the time that they're getting on TV, the buzz that's happened about them, online in the wrestling community and the Twitterverse out there. And that is perfect for them, because then they know they've got at least that niche buzz going in. They're not putting out a talent nobody's ever heard of and trying to get them over. They've at least got the wrestling community that, like, hey, I know that person, or I've heard of that person. Let's talk and get the buzz going, kind of thing. But I think aside from that, gentlemen, anything else that you want to talk about here before we say goodbyes, and where we can find one another this week?
No, I'm good. I'm all talked out. Parrish, you got any final thoughts?
Once again, like, if you guys are on the fence, I'm just going to tell everyone, make sure you watch the show. It's a great show. I don't watch a lot of MLW, but when I do, I thoroughly enjoy it, and I want to watch the next one. So it's just a matter of making sure you're putting in the time, and then you're, again, hitting that notification bell, getting that alert, because if you're not getting that alert, you're not getting notified. So do it. If you love pro wrestling, you're going to love this. Brian Carter says, yeah, like what he said about the talents, but at the same time, everybody comes and goes. What's the nice thing is, it's always good, though.
Yeah.
And then when they do go on somewhere else, you care about that new talent. So make sure you're watching the show. Never Say Never is going to blow your mind. It's going to be a great show. And Bobby, let us know where you can find Never Say Never.
You're going to be able to find that on Fight TV Plus. If you get yourself a subscription to Fight TV Plus, you're going to be able to check out that, as well as any of the MLW Fusion episodes and anything else from their back catalog, as well as things are getting uploaded there all the time. We also want to ask you to go ahead and check out RogueEnergy.com, the ticker down below that you see, RogueEnergy.com, where you can use that promo code OLEPods for 10% off of your order. As Parrish is showing you right there on screen, Rogue Energy is an alternative energy drink that you can get. It's going to keep your mind refreshed while not giving you that sugar crash content or any of the bad stuff. It's all packed full of flavor and exactly what you need today. Go over to RogueEnergy.com, use the promo code OLEPOD. And in the meantime and in between time, Chris Parrish, my Brunch Buster brother, where can good people find you?
In my mother's basement. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me on all the social media platforms. You can follow me on YouTube at Chris Parrish. Follow me on Twitter at Chris Parrish. You can follow me on Twitch at the Chris Parrish. You can find me on Instagram as Chris.Parrish. I'm even on Kick. I haven't done anything, but I'm on it. So if you want to give me some love, some support, go to kick.com/Chris Parrish. Where you can find me tomorrow on our local establishment. You can find me with Ed Fries as paper previews of Money in the Bank on Sunday. I am with you, Bobby, with the next episode of Busting Out.
I think we're 45. 45, if I'm not mistaken.
We're 45. We're that weird number that Jordan wanted for whatever reason. But yeah, and then every Monday night Raw watch along. I'll be there in full next Monday, and then again Wrestle Draft every Wednesday, with the exception of next Wednesday. So stay tuned to our social. Stay tuned to everything. We'll let you know where you can watch our WrestleManias, as we plan on playing you the entirety of our WrestleMania shows.
That is going to be one hell of a time, Mr. Papa Smokes. If people want to reach you, where can they find you?
Okay, as everybody knows, I'm on Elon Musk's free speech wonderland known as Twitter at smokes_papa. And I'm also on Twitch at papa_smokes_.
And if you didn't know already, there is my ticker down below. You can find me, Bobby Munson, at The Real Bobby Munson on Twitter, at Video Bros SK over on the Instagram side, at twitch.tv/videobro_Bobby Munson, where you'll find some of the gaming stuff that I do. But you can also find that here at our local establishment. And there's the ticker for our local establishment. Check us out on all the socials and all that good stuff as well, too. We are going to be giving out a little bit of a raid here for you guys. I am just getting the raid all set up, not on the one side of things, because clearly that is not going to be possible. But I don't know why raids are not working on the Twitch side tonight here. So bear with me. We are unable to raid at this time. Well, Twitch doesn't like us here tonight, so we won't be handing out our raid here tonight unless Parrish, you're able to get one, hand it over to Heel Kevin or Allison K, somebody like that over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. So just bear with me 2 seconds.
Yep. Wasn't working for me for some reason. So Parrish will try to gear up that raid. We want to thank you for enjoying this episode of Ring Respect Radio right here at our local establishment, as well as at the Video Bros Network. Make sure to tune in again this Saturday afternoon for another great matchup for Prairie Pro Wrestling with myself and Papa Smokes as your commentary team. And you'll also want to check out Chris Parrish's watch along. You're going to want to check out the review show for Money in the Bank. Check it all out. It is going to be a nice, great, big weekend full of great content here from a lot of great people. Parrish, has the raid been possible for your end?
It is not able for me to raid Heel Kevin.
No, it did that. I tried multiple people. It's giving me the same error. So there must be an error over on the Twitch side today. So we do apologize. We will not be handing out a raid here tonight. We'll have to get somebody next week. So we want you guys to
Twitch.
We're blaming Twitch. Damn you, Twitch. Anyways, everybody, have a wonderful time, and we will see you next Thursday night. Take care, everybody.